What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your girl HeyParis, you know how it be. And today I have a really quick story time for you guys. I was actually talking to one of my friends and she was like, why didn't you do a story time about this? Yeah, one of my ex-co-workers, and she was like, why didn't you do a story time about this? Yeah, and I was like, girl, thank you very much. You know, you gotta put them stories back in my head real quick. And this is actually a Sephora story time. I don't know if this should be a story time or I should make this a segment of where I tell you guys stories about customers that I've had in the past, because I've had a lot of crazy customers at Walmart, at Sephora, at the clothing store I used to work at. I had a lot of crazy customers. If you see this, I was swatching the Juvia's Place palette. Lit like big. But anyways, I have crazy customers from every single job that I've ever worked at. If you worked in retail before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Customers are crazy no matter where you work. That's why at the end of this video I want you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know what your craziest customer experience has been. If you work in retail, when you worked in retail, let me know what it was, because your stories are lit, okay? So anyways, I was at Sephora working like I usually do, okay? And then my manager was like, Paris, today we putting you in color. Okay, so color in Sephora is when you get to do customers makeup. Okay, you get to do clients makeup, you get to do their foundation, their eyeliner, everything. So I was excited, but I was a little bit nervous. So when I first got hired at Sephora, I was hired for fragrances, and then they moved me into color. So it's my first day in color. I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna paint some faces, you know, whatever. But the store was kind of dead. This was like, it wasn't early morning. It was like maybe 12. I started at 12. So there wasn't a lot of people in the store, but there were people in the store. But anyways, as time goes by, I'm just touching stuff. You know when you're working and there's nothing to do but your manager's in, so you gotta touch shit just to make it seem like you're not doing nothing. So I'm just touching makeup, pretending like I'm cleaning shit up. You know, I ain't cleaning shit up though. And this lady comes into the store, okay? This lady comes into the store and she comes directly to me. She's walking up to me smiling like I see all of her teeth. I can count her teeth one by one, okay? I can count the motherfucking taste buds on her tongue. She was smiling like, coming up to me. I was like, oh, she mad happy, you know? At least I got a good customer today. I ain't gotta deal with no bitch assness today. I could deal with this lovely lady right here. Okay? So she starts talking to me, and I'm thinking she's talking fast, but she's not talking fast. She's talking in a different language. And I'm like, pardonnez-moi, je ne comprends pas, because I don't know what you're saying. So while she's talking, I'm just looking at her like, confused as hell. I look mad Jamaican today. Oh, big up my Jamaican people one time, G. So after saying like a 2-minute sentence in another language, she stops and she says whatever she said in that language again. And I'm still standing there like. So then she stops and she realizes that I don't know what she's saying. And then she goes, in English, do you speak, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Hamaric? I don't know. I'm sorry. I honestly don't know how to pronounce words. But she said, do you speak Amharic? Isn't that like a plant or something? But no, bitch, it's turmeric, not Amharic, you dumbass Paris. But anyways, I was like, no, I don't speak that. I speak only English. Sorry. Did you want me to find someone who does though? Because I'm thinking that she needed someone to like translate for her. But she spoke English like perfectly. So I just said that just because I was like in a very awkward situation. I wasn't sure she wanted someone who spoke Amharic, or she just thought I spoke it, so that's why she spoke it. So I just asked her, you want me to find someone who speaks it? And at the time, I didn't know what Amharic was. I didn't know nothing about that. I have a lot of Ethiopian friends. So when they spoke Amharic, I never knew it was Amharic. I didn't know, but the lady educated me that day, and I was like, yes, like one day I need to learn how to speak Amharic too, you know what I'm saying? Such a beautiful language. But anyways, I was like, no, I don't speak Amharic, because you know, a bitch only speak English. I don't know nothing else. I wish I could speak Korean. I wish I could speak Japanese. I wish I could speak Amharic. I wish I could speak Arabic. Oh my, there's so many languages I want to learn, but I'm too damn lazy. But I wish I was born with all these languages inside of my body. I wish, because English gets boring, okay? So she's like, oh really, where are you from? I'm like, I'm Jamaican, I'm from Jamaica. Like, hey, what's up, wagwan? And then she told me, you look very East African, which is why I thought you spoke Amharic. Is that how you say it? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was like, no, hot girl, sweet like a honey, you know. Jamaica, me say, and I still said the thing turn up. But She starts speaking English to me now. She's like how she wants her makeup done. Well, not her makeup done. She wants me to find a foundation that matches her skin, and she also wanted me to do her, I think it was eyeliner. I don't remember. But anyways, listen, I'm new in color, so I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to color match her. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to make the customer happy. But low key, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about it. So while I'm doing her makeup, I'm color matching her, whatever, I'm blending in her foundation or whatever, she goes on the phone and she's talking to a boy. I can hear a male's voice on the other side of the phone, and she's speaking in another language to that male person. One of my co-workers, the one who told me to do this story time, was actually doing someone, well, she wasn't doing someone's makeup. She was helping someone with like a product right by Beauty on the Fly. You know where the line is? Whatever. She was right there, okay? So I guess she was listening to the lady's conversation, and she spoke the same language as the lady, and I did her makeup or whatever. She called me on the headset. She's like, hey Paris, can you come to cash really quick? So I'm thinking, okay, like maybe they just need me to help them with something or something like that. So I put down the brush and I go to my coworker, and she's like, yo, the lady's trying to set you up for her son, girl. I'm like, bitch, shut up, bitch. And she's like, no, seriously, like the lady is trying to set you up with her son. I heard the whole conversation. I was like, girl, I'm taken. She could try to set me up with her son all she wants, but guess what? I got a ring. I don't got a ring. I lied. I do not have a ring at all. But anyways, I go back to the lady now. Blending in her foundation, and out of nowhere, I was like, what? I was scared, but she was more scared. She was like, she scared her damn self. So you know, you're in Sephora, you can't get mad at no client, especially a lady who was of a certain age. So you know, I wasn't about to fight the lady, but like, I was like, game. So in a joking manner, I was just like, oh, you're taking pictures of me? And she was just like, yes, you're so beautiful. I have to show my son you. I need to show him what you look like. I was telling him how beautiful you are. You look so East African. I know there's East African in your bloodstream. And she was saying some East African celebrity, I guess. I don't know who the person is. Don't ask me. I have no clue. And saying how I look like this East African celebrity girl. She showed me a picture of her. I didn't look nothing like the lady. But she was like, my son is coming to pick me up. I need you to meet him, please, please, please. And I'm like, oh, why do you want me to meet him? What's going on? Then she starts going into details about her son. She's like, my son is 30 years old, okay? He's looking for a girlfriend. All the girls that he's ever brought home to me, I do not approve of them. You are very nice, you are very pretty. But ma'am, but you didn't ask me if I have a boyfriend or if I'm single or not, ma'am. So at this point, I'm like, oh, really? I'm actually engaged. She goes, you're engaged, not married. Listen, lady. Listen, lady. Anyways, I finished her makeup. I finished her foundation or whatever. She goes to check out the foundation and the eyeliner. And, oh, look at the time. It is my lunch break. Gotta go. I was not about to wait around for nobody's son. I wasn't gonna entertain the fact. Got a man at home. Listen, I ain't down with the get down, okay? So I go on my lunch break now. It's actually not my lunch break. It's my 15-minute break. And maybe 5 minutes of me sitting down on my phone, my manager comes into the back room and she's like, Paris, there's someone waiting for you. And I'm like, me? I'm here thinking it's Cameron. I don't know, maybe Cameron giving me something to eat like you normally do. I don't know. But I go out there to the same woman and her son, her tall ass son, and I'm like, hi. She proceeds to introduce me to her son. This is and I was telling him about you and blah, 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 blah. So the guy puts his hand out to shake my hand. I shake his hand. And at this point, I'm like, I'm not entertaining this. I'm so sorry, ma'am, in my head. And then after I said out loud, did she tell you that I'm engaged? This man takes his mom by the hand and pulls her and starts talking in their language to her, like behind one of the counters in the Sephora lanes or whatever. Then he comes back to me and he's like, honestly, I apologize so much for my mother doing this, because anytime she sees a pretty girl, she tries to do this with me. I don't want to disrespect you and your fiance's relationship or anything like that. So please forgive us, please forgive her. She's just in a rush to get me with a wife. I was like, no problem, listen, no problem, it's no problem, it's no problem. You have a great day, okay? Bye-bye. He was very polite. He was cracking jokes with me too. I was like, it's perfectly fine, you know, mamas will be mamas, you know. By the way, I was not engaged. I just said I was engaged to get her to kind of understand, but she didn't really take the hint. But needless to say, a few weeks later, she came back to Sephora. She came straight to me. She called me by my first name. She said, Paris. I was like, who that? Who? Hi. How you doing? Who is you though? I forget. I totally forgot about her. Then she reminded me, she's like, I came here a while ago. I brought my son to meet you. She dyed her hair, so I was like, I didn't recognize her at all. So I was like, oh, hi, how are you? I gave her a hug because she's just a nice woman. You can just tell she has good intentions, okay? So I just liked her from the get-go. So I gave her a hug, and then she says, are you still engaged? I was like, listen, I have to be real with her at this point. I said, listen, okay? I'm engaged. I'm gonna be getting married in July, okay? We have a set date, okay? We've been together for over 11 years, me and my fiance. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it ain't looking too good for your son. I'm so sorry. But come to find out, she was just like cracking a joke with me, so we just laughed it off or whatever. Anyways, that's just a really quick story time I wanted to tell you guys because my ex-coworker told me to tell it. So girl, shout outs to you. Please leave a comment down below and let me know any crazy customer experiences you've had working in retail because I know you guys have a lot. Like I said in my last video, back-to-back videos all month long here on HeyParis. Me and Cameron did a reaction to Hurt Bay on our couples channel, youtube.com/ParisCam. It's gonna be in the description box down below. Go watch it, go like it, go subscribe to that channel or whatever. Follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz is in the description box down below. Like I always say, if you guys ever want to get a hold of me, if you want to chat with me, if you want me to answer you really quickly, the easiest way to get a hold of me is through Twitter because I answer all my messages within 20 minutes guaranteed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye guys!